There's only one thing. What did you come to me for? You look down on this, and you're welcome to, and go away, in God's name go away. He shrieked, getting up from his chair. And go away, and go away. I don't look down on it at all, said Konstantin Levin timidly. I don't even dispute it. At that instant Marya Nikolayevna came back. Nikolai Levin looked round angrily at her. She went quickly to him, and whispered something. I'm not well, I've grown irritable, said Nikolai Levin, getting calmer and breathing painfully, and then you talk to me of Sergei Ivanovich and his article. It's such rubbish, such lying, such self-deception. What can a man write of justice who knows nothing of it? Have you read his article? He asked Kritsky, sitting down again at the table, and moving back off half of it the scattered cigarettes, so as to clear a space. I've not read it, Kritsky responded gloomily, obviously not desiring to enter into the conversation. Why not? Said Nikolai Levin, now turning with exasperation upon Kritsky. Because I didn't see the use of wasting my time over it. Oh, but excuse me, how did you know it would be wasting your time? That article's too deep for many people, that's to say it's over their heads. But with me, it's another thing, I see through his ideas, and I know where its weakness lies. Everyone was mute. Kritsky got up deliberately and reached his cap. Won't you have supper? All right, goodbye. Come round tomorrow with the locksmith. Kritsky had hardly gone out when Nikolai Levin smiled and winked. He's no good either, he said. I see, of course. But at that instant Kritsky, at the door, called him. What do you want now? He said, and went out to him in the passage. Left alone with Marya Nikolayevna, Levin turned to her. Have you been long with my brother? He said to her. Yes, more than a year. Nikolai Dmitrovich's health has become very poor. Nikolai Dmitrovich drinks a great deal, she said. That is so, does he drink? Drinks vodka, and it's bad for him. And a great deal? Whispered Levin. Yes, she said, looking timidly towards the doorway, where Nikolai Levin had reappeared. What were you talking about? he said, knitting his brows, and turning his scared eyes from one to the other. What was it? Oh, nothing, Constantine answered in confusion. Oh, if you don't want to say, don't. Only it's no good you're talking to her. She's a wench, and you're a gentleman, he said with a jerk of the neck. You understand everything, I see, and have taken stock of everything, and look with commiseration on my shortcomings, he began again, raising his voice. Nikolay Dmitrovich, whispered Marya Nikolayevna, again going up to him. Oh, very well, very well. But where's the supper? Ah, here it is, he said, seeing a waiter with a tray. Here, set it here, he added angrily, and promptly seizing the vodka, he poured out a glassful and drank it greedily. Like a drink? He turned to his brother, and at once became better humored. Well, enough of Sergei Ivanovich. I'm glad to see you, anyway. After all's said and done, we're not strangers. Come, have a drink. Tell me what you're doing, he went on, greedily munching a piece of bread, and pouring out another glassful. How are you living? I live alone in the country, as I used to. I'm busy looking after the land, answered Constantine, watching with horror the greediness with which his brother ate and drank, and trying to conceal that he noticed it. Why don't you get married? It hasn't happened so, Constantine answered, reddening a little. Why not? For me know everything's at an end. I've made a mess of my life. But this I've said, and I say still, that if my share had been given me when I needed it, my whole life would have been different. Constantine made haste to change the conversation. Do you know your little Vanya's with me, a clerk in the counting house at Pokrovska? Nikolai jerked his neck, and sank into thought. Yes, tell me what's going on at Pokrovska,